Today I'm sharing my Bogo book haul. Hey there, it's Mitzi. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm sharing the part 2 of my book haul. I shared my vintage book haul last week, and this is part of that sale as well. It was a buy one get one sale at Second and Charles, which is a fairly large secondhand bookstore, and we have one here in our area. So when they have their 5 for 5 sale, I always go over there and just buy as many as I can because they're usually pretty good prices. So these are mainly middle grades, but I have some others as well. And some of these I've actually already read, but I wanted to add them to my collection, and I'll talk about that when I get to it. The first one, I have no idea anything about this, and it was a cover buy for sure. And I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about these. This is a collection of short stories called Troubled Daughters, Twisted Wives. Stories from the Blazers of Domestic Suspense. I do not know how these will be. They sound kind of creepy. I'm not sure. Domestic suspense, that could go several ways. So I'm not sure how these will be, but it just sounded interesting. I do like suspenseful stories, and I do like thrillers as long as they're not too scary or gory. So I'm not sure how this will be, but I do enjoy short stories, and I thought I would give these a try. So the next one is The Rose Code by Kate Quinn. I've heard great things about this. I do enjoy historical fiction, and this one sounded like one I would enjoy. And if you've read this one, let me know, because I think a couple of you have actually recommended this book to me. So let me know about that. This one I've heard about many times, and I've just never picked it up. It's called Major Pettigrew's Last Stand by Helen Simonson. I don't know really what this is about, but I've heard of it before, and so the cover caught my eye and I thought it sounded familiar. Again, let me know if you've read that one. And then this one just really looked cute. I think I'm going to put this one up for the fall because it has a really good fall cover on it. It's called Loot of All Evil, and it looks like it is part of a mystery series. I'm not sure, but from what the back, just how the back describes it, it sounds like this is some sort of mystery series, and I thought that would be fun for the fall. So again, that was a cover buy. It just looked cute, and I do like cozy mysteries and fall settings, so that sounded really good for the fall season. So I'm just going to put that one to the side and save it for then. The rest of these I think are middle grade. This is a Newbery Honor book. Now, I'm trying to read all the Newberys, but there are several Newbery Honor books that I want to read too. And so several of these I picked up, the paperbacks, because I thought I could read them for middle grade March. This one I've heard great things about, The Wednesday Wars by Gary Schmidt. Is that it? Schmidt? I guess that's how you say his name. This one I've heard great things about too. It's by Gordon Corman, and it's Restart. I've heard good things about that one. Now, this one I have already read, but I wanted a hardcover copy because I read this when it came out, even before it was awarded the Newbery. I read it when it was a new release, and I don't read many new releases, but when I was a school teacher I always tried to keep up with that, and that is Holes. I'm sure you've probably read this as well. They made a movie even of this. I loved this when I read it so many years ago, and I enjoyed the little movie too, so I want to revisit this one. And I also wanted this nice hardback because I could add it to my Newbery collection. So when I saw it there, I just added it to my cart. This one is another Newbery. Now, I haven't read this one. It's The Trumpeter of Krakow by Eric Kelly. And I think this is a medieval setting, so that looked interesting. I read another medieval that was Newbery Crispin, I think it was called, and it was really a good book. I really enjoyed that middle grade. So this is another one set in medieval times, and a Newbery that I haven't read yet. So I wanted to add that to my Newbery. Here is another Newbery that I haven't read, and this is a hardback copy, Crisscross by Lynn Ray Perkins. Have you read this one? Because I've heard of it, of course, because it's on that list that I'm keeping up with, but I don't know anything about this book. And it being a Newbery, you would think I had heard more about it, but I haven't. So let me know if you've read this one as well. Again, I'm going to try to read all the Newbery books. And this is another Newbery, and that is The Higher Power of Luck. I have heard of this one. Now, this one's a paperback. They didn't have a hardcover, but while I could find it, I thought I would go ahead and grab this paperback of this one because it's in great shape. And then this one I've already read and I loved. That is Number the Stars by Lois Lowry. Now, and it won the Newbery. Now, with this one, I read this when I was in college, and I loved it so much that I used the book for a project in one of my children's literature classes. I had to take several children's literature kind of classes when I was in college, and I remember we had like a semester project, a big project to do that year, and this was the book that I centered the whole project around because I loved the book so much. If you haven't read Number the Stars, I highly recommend it. It'd be a great one to read for middle grade March. But I have read that one. I just didn't have a copy of it, and that was a hardback of that one. This one is one I've wanted to read for quite some time. Again, it's a middle grade, so I thought I could put it in my stack for middle grade March, and that is Beauty, a retelling of the story of Beauty and Beast by Robin McKinley. I do like retellings, and of course I love Beauty and the Beast, and I've heard really good things about this one, so I thought I could add it to my middle grade stack. And then I have two others, and they kind of go hand in hand. Hold on, let me grab those. The last two I have are by Brian Selznick. You probably are familiar with these as well. I picked up Wonderstruck, and the other one's called The Marvels. Now, I have read Wonderstruck. I've read this one already, and I loved it. I have The Invention of Hugo Cabret already on my shelf, so I've just wanted to pick up these others, and I never see them in any of the secondhand stores that I go to. So when I saw them and it was buy one get one free, I thought I would pick those up. And then this one, The Marvels, I haven't read this one yet. I want to read it, but I haven't seen a copy at any of the stores. Well, I go to used bookstores, so I haven't seen it at any of my thrift stores. And so when I saw this one's beautiful. It even has the gold pages. So I thought, yes, because I just love the way he does these beautiful pencil drawings, and then he has the story in between. I just love the way he writes his stories, and then has those beautiful pencil illustrations with them. So I can't wait to read this one too. So those are the books that I found at the BOGO sale. It was buy 5 get 5 for free, so it was a 5 for 5 sale. I really had a good time, obviously, picking out these books to add to my collection. Again, I shared the vintage books from the BOGO sale in another video, so I'll try to add a card for that in case you're interested in seeing what those were. So those are the books that I have now to read. Not that I needed more to read. I have plenty already on my shelf, but these are some more. A lot of these, again, I plan on reading for middle grade March because I know that that's coming up, and I want a lot of choices for middle grade March as well. So have you read any of these? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.